Hi guys, this is Tracy Newman from the Navigators Tarot, where you can find me on Instagram and Facebook. You can also find me on YouTube as Sleepy Wisdom. You can also find me at my website, which is sleepywisdom.com, if you would like a personal reading from me. And if you are on YouTube, could you, if you would like to, just smash that subscribe button and the like and subscribe button, and yeah, we'll get into this now. This is the Divine Masculine reading. It's a beautiful day here at the moment. The sun's shining. It's looking absolutely glorious out there, and I'm off for a morning tea with my besties, so that'll be fantastic. Great. What a life I do live. How lovely. Anyway, I do digress. This is the Fool card. The Fool card is about innocence returning. This is in the past, position, and this is about innocence returning to the Divine Masculine energies. What else can we do? We have the Six of Air, moving out. The Six of Air, moving out of difficult situations and moving into a situation of, it's interesting. Moving into a situation of stillness and contemplation for the masculine this week. And also to coming into his own as the magician, who is able to work within his own field and within his own structure, and be able to use every tool that he has in his little tool pack there, and is hoping to come out into fresher, newer ideas and manifestations of truth for himself. Very interesting masculine energies. Oh, and we have the higher presence. He is in the stillness and contemplating the higher presence in his life, this higher form of himself that he has never really sat for long enough to access this particular part of himself. It's like finally coming into alignment with the divine and starting to listen. Okay, so starting to listen to that divine presence within. And he's recognizing that that divine presence is now within his whole structure, and that the divine presence and the universe all reside within. Interesting. It's a real space and spacey, airy kind of universal feeling of where he's at. So, but he's brought it down, not from, it's interesting, the masculine in the past has always never really kind of been connected into his physical body, because of the fact that to feel anything, to feel emotions, to feel all of that within his own structure, he's never been taught to access those feeling centers. And so the masculine has always been about logic, which is perfectly fine, because we need a certain amount of logic. But there are some who hold the greater amount of the masculine energy, who have completely gone into that logic sphere of that matrix that holds the brain structure, and of course has been connected to the outer realm of thought, but never actually brought that down into his physical body. But this is even more, it's a lot different than even bringing it down into his physical body to feel the emotions. This is a very universal feeling of feeling that he is all at one with all it is, but it's all housed within his physical body. There is no separation. And I feel that that is exactly now where the divine masculine is sitting, in those energies of being all at one with all that is and sitting with that. But it's a lot more fuller feeling coming from this center here, down here in that solar plexus area. So it's really, it's like the masculine experiencing pregnancy for the first time, of, you know, like when a woman feels that pregnancy and the feeling of life within her. That is really the universe speaking within, and actually through the presence of another living being within the divine presence of the feminine form. But in this, it is like a pregnancy that for the male is a lot more connected to all that is. And it's the pregnancy and the feeling of fullness that he gets from that universal feeling of all at one with all that is, of oneness and presence within the feeling of non-separation. So recognizing that everything is all at one with all that is, and that there is no separation. Wow, it's amazing. Then we have the Eight of Earth too, which is a card of abundance. And from this feeling of that being all at one in this universal energy, he's finding that his abundance comes from that universe that he lives and resides within himself. So there's a real upturn of energy for the masculine this week as we move into these new earth energies. It's interesting because last week I actually did pick up that, I think it was last week or the week before, that I picked up a lot of the water energy and about a lot of us moving into a more, trying to, if we're out anywhere, to go to the water, to go to the ocean, to go to the falls, wherever. But what I'm feeling with this one for the masculine is understanding the way of water happens to be the emotional presence within, as he is beginning to open up to the universal feeling of being at one with all that is, and also allowing those nascent waters of emotion to come forth and come through. If it's interesting, and I'm coming back to the Avatar movie that I saw last night, which was The Way of Water, and there was some really amazing quotes at the end and throughout about the way of water, and how we come from water, the water takes, but it also gives. And, we come from water, we are born through the water, the nascent energies of water, and go back through into the water. And, and it's sort of like being with the water, and because water is the presence of life giving. Anyway, if you haven't seen that movie, maybe get along and see it. Look, to me, I loved it, and I didn't like the first one terribly much. So I saw the second one and went, oh yeah, this is completely different, and I like it. It's really, and also too, because, it brought up a lot of the information that I'd been getting about the sea mammals, and about the communication between the sea mammals and the human, and about how we have lost that those communication skills of telepathy that we all have, and that in these new earth energies, a lot of the research that will be going into these newer earth energies will be in the form of communication with the sea mammals, between humans and the sea mammals, which in the time of Atlantis was an absolute given, because we were so much more in tune with nature and all that is. Yeah, so they are the energies of the masculine this week. Amazing stuff, masculine. That's it's so beautiful. And very, I feel like I have to breathe. It's not a heavy feeling, but it's heavy with possibility, if that makes sense. It's like I said, it's like this newness and this new feeling of fullness and ripening as we move into these creative energies of the new earth within our own structure. The Tower. Interesting. The Tower is falling for the masculine as his old world crumbles and falls. It's really going to fall now. You'll begin to see it in the outer world as you become more at one with all that is and move more into these sublime new earth energies. The old world will cease to be, and you won't even see it anymore. And you won't have any desire to visit it anymore. It's really quite interesting. Yeah. The Nine of Air. In this one, that the Nine of Air for the masculine, I feel that he's not weighted down anymore. That feeling of being weighed down is no longer there for the masculine. He's really beginning to free himself from the matrix. So it's an amazing thing to see. Yeah, so keep up the good work, masculine. Amazing stuff. We're going to be moving into these wonderful new earth energies as divine feminines and divine masculines, and really feel the sublime energies that are just within and without, you know, wherever we choose to go. The Sun. Oh my God. Masculine, you are doing so well. From last week, things have really looked up and really changed. The Sun represents the masculine. The Sun is the masculine presence, the divine masculine presence, not the distorted masculine that has lived in the form of satanic worship and Baal worship. This is the divine masculine through the Sun, through the solar logos, through the Sun, and moving up into those God forces of all that is. One more card for the masculine. The Ace of Water. What did I tell you? Look at that. So that is new love for the self, for the masculine. He's finally actually recognizing that no one needs love him but himself. He is all that is. And he is at one with the divine presence. He is at one with God. He is at one with nature. He is at one with all that is. And that is love. Unconditional love for himself and therefore for others. Okay. What a beautiful, beautiful card to finish on. Okay. All right. We'll see you soon. See you next week. Bye for now.